equivalent.
Yeah.
I'll take these instead.
What's that Swedish cola?
I think we're live.
It's like
The what?
Oh shit,
Yep.
we're live.
They got some kind of smoke. So this is a fast B hit.
That's what they were looking at.
That's
Yep.
on the.
This wall
Like
actually covers
that
fountains.
wall.
So I know both
Yeah.
of these smokes. Sean,
Oh,
we stole them from Sean's team back in the day.
I just made a Molotov, right, for smoke executes on B that stops you from planting on the statue or by the wall on the side.
All right. We're going to watch that video after the
good,
clip.
James.
I like this strat, though. 2
It's
fountains
really
still.
good.
Who's our... What are these names?
Oh, that was a
Oh.
nice kill by Taco.
What is that name? Who is that?
Archelogon.
Is that fur?
No, it's cold.
No, it's cold. Okay. That's interesting. I can't pronounce that.
If you're the #1 player in the world.
So is this pollo or pollo?
Pollo.
Pollo. Because
Chicken in Spanish.
yeah, but in Italian it's pollo. It's
Okay.
pollo,
Oh, wow.
and it's also chicken.
That was an unfortunate end there, but 2 people alive is still
I
decent
like the
enough.
pistol round idea though. They just didn't pinch that guy fountain quick
Yeah,
enough.
quick enough. Yeah.
Okay, so if you go the statue, right? If you
Oh, this is the molly?
the statue has an elbow, and you can bounce a Molotov off the elbow from, you know, when you come out of drop and there's that like little corner thing on the side of the wall, you can kind of just hide in,
Yeah.
right? If you stand there, the best lineup I could find is with the nail on the model with the wall. It's on my Twitter somewhere, but
T
you
so
can
you can those as a CT or T?
as a CT. So if the T's try to smoke execute, right, they're trying to play post plant, but if you stop them from planting the bomb,
Oh, I see. So you could just kind of double click it over or something.
you bounce. It's a left click and it bounces off the elbow, then it goes down, and it stops you from planting high on the statue and by the tree for the wall as well. The wall for the tree.
You had,
sorry.
you had some neat ones for the retake mirage. Ooh, that's a good kill on
Block
this
entry.
kill.
I'm a beast, Jordan.
Yeah, Torque actually opted the safe.
Which is, I don't know if that's SK. Let's see what they do with that money, because they obviously just got a lot of money with those
Where
kills.
does
They might grab an op.
Pollo come from? Haven't.
He is from Northern California and rank S kind of player. I don't know what. Do you know any team he's been on?
I have no idea.
So he's
He
from
was on-
rank S then, like
I mean,
he
he's been
just
on
grinded.
GX since GX's inception.
Yeah, I think Days picked him up since the start of this project, and then prior to that, from what I know, it seems like a good dude. Seems
pretty
like
cool.
someone who takes criticism pretty well. He seemed like a chill dude. Hangs with the chillest bros.
Oh, nice. They're doing that G2 buy. No plan.
Well, they still got Fallen here in the A-halls, and this could be a really good player or a really terrible play. And SK's rotating out of balcony quick, which is really hard to stop here. So as good as it looks for the GX guys, well, it's actually starting to look like
These flashes are on point. I think
Perfect.
some of them might be CT though, but
yeah,
route.
they caught that was perfect scaling actually there by Torque, which is really impressive. A lot of teams might get caught sitting at the top of the ramp there, but when you get that mid kill and this guy's left a hall, you know they're rotating. If you get stuck on mid ramp, the only option at that point is hopefully someone lurks out B and gives you an alternate option, which didn't even need to happen because the Torque guys rushed those bout, got the trades.
They had really good spacing.
Yeah.
I think Fallen actually put that pretty well. I think he dropped that smoke behind him, right? So if there was a flanker coming through halls, that protection from the smoke.
Yeah, that extra time to do
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
but
wow, nice.
earlier in the round.
Jesus.
No, that could have
No,
ended up really,
Fallen, not
really poorly,
Jesus.
but the Torque had that one
Same thing.
expo flash as well.
Say again, Robin?
Torque had that one expo flash as well to take the bomb site.
Yeah.
When they hit it
Over the
after
wall.
getting the initial entry on what was inferred at the beginning.
Yeah, pretty fundamental actually from Torque, which is cool to see. And aside from losing all their guns, that was a pretty solid round.
it's interesting though because Talk lost absolutely everything. It's going to be a weird buy for them, and SK might even have a better buy. So this is kind of becomes awkward for Talk because they lost everybody trying to take Fallen out.
Yeah, but I think they should know hopefully that there's not too many smokes on SK. Well, actually there's 4 more than that.
Yeah, because they saved the whole, they had 4 SMGs last round.
Worst case scenario is they die to Fallen doing something aggressive here. So
Yeah, that's the one weird thing about, you know, saving that second round after no plans and then buying third with Galil head is if you win a close round, like how they
it's
just
pretty much
won,
even.
the money situation is even. You can get reset.
Yeah.
That's why it's like super dangerous to do that, I think.
Yeah.
But it technically would be the same if you just force buy into pistols.
I guess
But you'd keep the other team's economy
think
really
of-
low, so that way if you win around.
If you think about it from a
Yeah.
map like Cobble or maybe like Cash or something where an op could do a lot, it could be a decent strategy in those
Yeah.
maps, right? Where you could overwhelm them before they potentially get a double op or something.
But yeah, you're right. You should probably play safer. Like once you know you win that round, do you even chase Fallen when you know that you have no money? You probably don't here in that situation, actually. You probably just leave ball.
Well, there were 3 of them though.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
But
I
I think
don't
you
know
wanna
if they
take
could
that
have
gamble with
could
no
they have
nades?
backpedaled to danger at that point? Maybe.
They would have survived. I mean, Fallen was already saving at that point, right? So like,
Yeah,
I think if the first person runs wide though and doesn't stop to duel him, then the second person should kill him regardless.
This
Sure,
is tough right
right?
here. Actually.
but you have no idea
It's
where.
a-
I mean, you somewhat know where he is.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Not necessarily
I
where.
want
So,
to
like,
interrupt you
someone's gonna
guys
die.
to say this is a sensitive situation. This is where Torque could lose the round here. It's really tough to fight this Opera if you don't have good flashes. And Fallen's about to maybe put on a clinic.
He could
Who's
get
got
one
the flashes?
scouted by, he can
Kusta.
get one scouted by Kusta right now.
Oh, there it is. See, Kusa, he could have thrown the flash over the wall, and it would have flash fallen. And I don't think he has to show. Well, definitely not from where he was. And he was the only person with flashes there, which makes it super awkward for the remainder of the team. Oh, it's 10 seconds to plant bomb. Never mind. It's always fun when you see.
This is what Sean was talking about.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's double ego now.
Yeah,
Now
now
you're
you're
in
in
a
a really
position where
bad
you're like-
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fun when you see like in this position on the top screen there, like when you have 2 Orpas here and they keep flashing each other off the position. But yeah, Kusa got caught with the grenades.
Well, I
in his
think the
hands.
issue there too is normally you see the Opera peeking right away, so they actually kind of peeked it poorly, but they didn't see anyone, so they thought they probably got lucky, like, oh, no Opera's there, they could exec. And then Fallen just was at a different angle, so that's unfortunate for them. And now they're about to run into.
It's
The
interesting
fur
that they didn't
follow
buy.
wall.
No,
they
I
didn't
was
buy
I
up
was
here.
just about to comment on that actually. Like
Because they're letting SK's economy just get out
Yeah.
of control right now.
They have so much money, but they were in a situation as well. It kind of looks like this G2 situation of we're just completely screwed for the half in terms of money already because we 4-spot second round. So like, yeah, you should have probably 4-spot here. At
Yeah.
least try to get a plant down.
Well, see if they can use the numbers
They
game.
need a couple kills.
Yeah, SK is close enough to connect already. The door. Here we are.
Oh,
Well,
Actually, a good couple kills.
Yeah.
2 kills with that play is a little ridiculous.
so they're buying here again then? No way, double
No,
save.
they should be
T-side.
saving here.
Yeah,
That's why I thought they should have bought
Yeah.
that prior round.
yeah. This pretty much works out better for SK.
Yeah.
Losing that round and
Dude,
getting
double
the
saving
reset.
T side is like unheard of. Like you just don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So you're buying second round here as well. Why not the round before? You know what I mean? Why buy nades and utility here now?
Yeah, Steel spent like $1,000 on his grenades in CZ.
It's
Just
so
like
hard to
doing
play
doing
against Fair.
damage in 2 rounds, or trying to win 1 round, I suppose.
It's so hard to play against Fur on Cobble because he's constantly just prodding for info like that. Just spotting 3 people top mid.
Yeah, he's so awesome to watch. It's not even funny. He's put the shotgun keycap on his escape key.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he tweeted me. It's awesome. Well then, spy time. I guess we'll see Kusa on the AWP.
Torque at this point is probably going to be happy to get 4 or 5 rounds, if anything. Probably won't even, it could potentially snowball even worse right now.
They have to win this round. This
Yeah, if they
particular round,
string together a
otherwise.
couple rounds, they'll be fine.
I mean, you're still only looking at what, 1 more buy round from SK.
Yeah.
Torque ends up winning this
they
one.
could definitely string together some rounds here.
But this is also the team that SK is so good at getting the first 5 rounds on T side. Like SK will win the
Yeah.
pistol, have a good first gun round plan. So.
He gets so much info. Just peeks mid with an M4.
Oh, that's a lot of sound cues.
Yeah, that is a little ridiculous. Huh?
Yeah.
Just like, let me just dry swing.
Like, okay, keep 4B for a long time right now because I just peeked mid and saw nothing.
Oh, AZK, don't let it happen. did AZK see him? I don't
Yeah, he definitely saw
Yeah, you
him.
must have seen it.
You can boost if you're on a T side and you boost on that arch on this side of it. You can see like right at the back of the drop when a CT strafes in.
Or from downstairs, you mean? In the little
Like from here, if you boost up here,
It's a
you
new
can
Anders
you can
over
see
here.
into.
We got the theory
Yeah,
guy.
No,
I
it's
feel
not
like,
Anders. It's James Bardoff, bitch.
Woohoo!
That triggers me so much. I was doing those videos long before he was. It's like, oh, it's Anders and Free. Fuck off. It's not.
Damn.
James Bartle.
Tell us how you really feel here, James.
Yeah.
Sensitive subject,
Yeah,
boys. Sensitive subject.
definitely,
Let's
yeah.
back out.
I don't like being called
There you
the
go.
X of Y. I'm the Y of Y.
Nice setup there. I like the
was
flash
good,
just to
yeah.
give Torqued a little credit to post up. Now they got Arcalog on the #1 player in the world here, ready to drop a log onto them as they come out.
Oh!
And Kusta! Not dying or what is he? Losing to the end of the round time today.
That was nice by Torture.
That was a
Yeah,
really
that was a
nice
good
play
round.
to do the flash, push him back,
Yeah.
post up with the op, get the kill, and then scale fast. Yeah. Any comments, Sean Gares, of the fundamentals?
I just thought it was really important that they didn't hit B in the first 5 seconds of the round because
Yeah.
when Fur peeked mid and had all that info, if they would have hit B immediately, they'd have been so screwed. But they held for a while.
5
Fur
alive.
doubted his early info. Thought they could maybe go back to A, and then by that time they were hitting B.
Yeah, because that's when you saw. You probably got that call from Fur. Could go be going A. That's why you saw
Yeah.
followed that nano peeking.
Yeah.
The little
It's good.
things.
This is why I liked the lineup for this Beyond the Summit, because it's just going to be mad CS nerding, which is just awesome. Because like in green rooms, we talk about like everything else, but don't really talk about the game so much, which is kind of makes me sad. But this is
Yeah, it's just the nature of everyone kind of getting to socialize, and it's like the bad time for it. I was actually saying, people asking me, is the audio a little messed up there?
Dude, I just realized. Wait, have we had sound? Is this the first round?
It was because it was a replay. I think we hear the replays, right?
Oh, wait. Did we have sound before?
I think we had sound before, but not for the replay.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a
I
replay
see,
sound.
okay.
Yeah. What was I? I don't remember what I was going to say.
Something about green rooms.
Oh yeah, that's why I liked the concept of when I at ECS, I got to do the kind of color commentating with you guys because I actually get a chance to like talk about the game more and shape it. And in the green room, it's admittedly hard
Yeah.
to like stay engaged in a convo every match, every round about that. You know, you're just bound to have something else come up. So it's fun to do this here and have the chance. And now I'll stop talking so that they have a chance.
No, listen, Jordan, you're doing great.
You know.
alright? If it was up to me, you would be talking all the time.
Okay,
all right?
let's go, babe. So Sean, why are both teams doing what they're doing right now?
Well, Kuzma just threw that molly at the end of A Halls because it's really strong to peek behind that. Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
you can't really play a close angle versus that molly, and peeking behind as a T is pretty OP. Unfortunately for him, there's a guy playing Haystack in addition to the guy he spotted, which now has all the info that,
Yep.
hey, there's no one A-halls, so they're leaning heavy towards B right now.
That's a
which
big
plays against
fundamental point. C9 focused in on that a lot before I was off the team. Something we talked about on Cobble is you can't really fully keep 2 at A, even though there
Yeah.
still is 2 at A, unless you have Hay control.
I
at
mean,
the
that guy's
least.
kind of at A in connector, but he
Yeah,
can get at
He
B.
can get there quick. So
5
this
seconds.
could work out for Torqued if they can trade fast, but if not, the rotate's going to come in and they're going to be facing.
Yeah, you see, he's
four.
already pushing.
Yeah, he's on the flank. This is not looking good for Torqued here unless they get the trade, and now they're spacing it off.
They had no nades left.
And
They
2 plus
used
2.
everything. I
Yeah.
think it was for fake initially, right? And just walk out.
Oh, almost.
See, it's
Yeah,
unfortunate
but,
because against most teams, mauling the end of A hall, peeking behind it, pushing that one guy back would be enough to keep 2 guys like dedicated A and allow you to get that like solid
Maybe
B
one
hit
more
in.
deep flash. It's in the hall. or
But
something.
SK has that guy just sitting Haystack, and then he late
You gotta clear
pushes, and you know you're getting stalled out by utility the entire time when you want to go B. It's just they're so good with that.
Yeah, and and just so for you guys watching, I guess the reason that's important is because that literal thing literally made the round go to like an 80-20 favor to SK just by them not fully taking Hay. Because it gives the guy a fountain and sidewalk at B so much comfort.
So those pistol round smokes. I don't know if
Fast
they're
B
throwing a
split.
lane smoke though when they do that. Are they throwing a lane smoke?
No, I think I only saw the 2 far
Yeah.
ones. Maybe so they can pinch.
Oh no,
sidewalk.
there it is.
Oh, problems. Oh, I thought that was going to be 2.
I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was gonna die actually.
He's in a good position to be flashed by his team. Oh.
You were right.
And there it is.
Cold is somehow just always staying alive. Oh, okay, he got kind of lined up now in a 2 versus 2 here with 1 flash left. Hopefully Kusa doesn't over peak right now with. Oh, they have no nades left. Oh wow,
That's a big deal.
that's a peak. That's dude Fur, man. Just swinging by himself right there. Again.
Oh, that's a nice adjustment from Kusta. 1-on-1 though. Oh, they know he's tagged. Pistols coming out for Fallen.
It's all time left.
Do you say a lot of
Winnable.
time left?
Yeah.
Yeah, there
40
definitely is.
seconds winnable.
Fake drop noise.
Real drop noise.
Oh, next level.
Oh. He could have made that same fake noise from Plat.
What did you hear, Gabriel?
But why
Tell
would you?
us.
Why
No,
would
but he
you?
still has to drop. He has no time to go.
Yeah, why would you jump into connector at this point?
Because he wants to like count for the fake, right? Like fake dropping, but in reality, he's dropping here anyway. 10 sec. Can he do this?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I don't think
he can
so.
barely make it. I think he can barely make it.
Oh, he's gonna be
Nope,
exposed.
He's not gonna make it. Oh, that's a rip.
Oh, Fallen! He doesn't think he's got time.
Oh, he made it.
This is sick. Please win this, Kusta.
He's playing this really well, actually, at this point.
Did Fallen hit a jump though? Don't
No,
think
he didn't.
Did. Oh my God!
Oh! Wow.
Dude, that was one of those rounds as well. Of like,
Oh, damn.
oh my
He
god.
played that really well, too, post-plant. That's
But that was also just straight luck, right? Because Fallen, I don't think he thought that he would have the time.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah, that's crazy because Fallen didn't check the first angle that he should have checked. So if Kusa was a little wider,
yeah.
he would have got that kill maybe.
Yeah, it looked like Kusa was winning the round, and then Fallen was like, just kidding, I'm going to clear that corner.
me swing really Wow. Well,
Jordan, we
do
saw
you
that
think, do you
grimy
think a
smoke.
force really quick would have been good here for T-Side? You get down to 1v1, you think the force would have done much?
I didn't see what their money was.
It's actually not bad. Like I think Brax is 4K, but 3K as well.
Oh, no, on CT,
Two-
yeah, I think a force would have been decent
They
right
bought quite a bit, so yeah, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Oh,
They need
numbers
one more
game.
flash here.
here. 3A. That's hilarious.
Yeah, SK probably expecting that eco.
Jordan, you saw that previous round there, that exec from spawn with the smokes B?
Yeah.
You saw the CT smoke front found, that grimy smoke that you just drop on the ground as
No,
the
yeah,
CT?
Stu does that all the time.
What do you think about that? You just like that play? Because that's not talked about a lot.
No, I really like it because normally if they don't smoke fountain, it creates a one-way on the
Yeah,
left, and then if it keeps the opportunity for you to stay alive and ask for that flash way
Yeah.
high.
You
from
can
your
stand
connector
on the
guy.
front of the fountain and like one way over that
Yeah,
smoke.
yeah.
Like, that smoke is actually really OP
Stu's
for
gonna
CT.
be mad for me saying
So
that.
that-
He does it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you see that out of a lot of teams. Like SK just did it. Yeah, you see it out of like C9. I think North does it too sometimes.
Is it tactical?
Super powerful, and what you're seeing teams more now is comfortable staying back behind fountain and rock. I think for a while people felt like obligated to
So,
like take
those
those fights.
plat peaks. Like you have to get plat
Yeah,
control.
you have to get those kills. But the T's, if you could just do more damage to them than they do to you, even if you don't get a lot of kills, and then the smokes fade, and you guys are getting those kills, and you're already up in their grill, it's pretty tough, actually. I remember you set that protocol for our team back on train. I remember you used to harp on us when we would plant like outside on train, and you do the wall of smokes. If we don't have control of like what we call hell or push up
Yeah.
and get a kills, we're probably gonna lose, even if it's 5
Yeah,
versus 5.
yeah,
if
you
you're just sitting
definitely
back.
lose.
Yeah, certain
Especially
maps
if it's
like
fast round,
need-
because CTs have all the nades left, right? And
Yeah.
like smokes fade, you have nothing
They
left.
just smoke
maybe
louder,
flashes,
they
yeah.
molly the shit, yeah. So kind of a similar situation where CTs don't.
It's even you even do the same thing inner. Like it doesn't even have to be outside train. Like inner bombs are trained as well. If you don't push like towards CT spawn,
Yeah.
and you have no control by the time CTs come in, like your chances are you're gonna lose the round.
Yeah, you think it was good because you're in a 5v, but not the most stellar buy from Torque here, but they got all the nades they need.
Because of Brack spot. As he said in Armory,
5 going
couldn't
towards
afford
B.
all nades.
They're just like going for plat control for a while, or
Look at, is that Fur peeking A hall right now? Of course, you just that I was falling jiggle. So quick clear.
Fallen's alone a day.
Wow.
Oops.
They're reading this round perfectly.
I think it's kind of silly. You're gonna use Galil hiding as your only plat defender. Guess it doesn't really matter here, but
I think SK were gonna go for some kind of take of plat, but I don't know. There was a T flash and a CT flash. I'm not sure if they flashed themselves or.
this is where you can kind of see the Torqued not having everything fully fleshed out, because I feel like the better teams you're going to get, if you're going to float around B halls, you either have like a stack on the box or something established.
Yeah, they had like 5 people around B, but they let Taco just peek in and out. And
Yeah,
it's just weird.
very inefficient.
It's good. They get drop control.
Good drop nades. Yeah, that's what I mean. It seems kind of like they have some strats built up, but
Well, I think even still made a call here for Kusa this round,
I
not
like
buying
this.
off.
Rock smokes right there through a drop split.
Oh, they could isolate the.
Yeah.
Numbers game. Not quite working out, in fact.
The rock
It's a
smokes through a drop.
VP-esque.
Yeah, I like the rock smokes through drop split, just because those guys coming out of drop have everything in front of them. You know, like they don't ever have to look to the right behind them.
One thing, because we used to do that strat before, and we'd call it VP, that we try to do before, is as the drop guys go, you let them make first contact, but when you throw the plat molly, you throw it deep enough on the stairs that it bleeds to that new cubby. You know, the
Yeah,
hidden
yeah,
back
yeah.
wall, and I think that's really powerful, because then you're all kind of focused on the fountain area trades
True.
rather than close, because right there, that kind of screwed their trades up, that guy was hiding there.
Cold 0, 15 and 6. Business as usual.
Can someone tweet at Beyond the Summit what the Archelagon is? Archelagon? I'm probably butchering the name, so help me stop. I'll take that trade.
Yeah, this isn't so bad. This is good.
What now? A minute 20. Taco's moving up plat, so they've got the info, SK. And he can just contain at some point.
Brax, aka Swag, aka M1, with that AWP.
Young Swaggin. Bilbo Swaggins. A.K.A. Brock Pierce, A.K.A. Brax Pierce.
Brock Pierce.
Brock Pierce.
This is a cool angle from Cold. Because I guess they're going to look
Yeah,
close,
this is
close
really
pillar
strong.
when they
Super
go
powerful.
It's even strong if people come up mid, but he's obviously not using it for that.
Oh, yeah. Master of staying alive here.
Yes,
Watch him
smart
jump
call.
up and die. just
wide. Oh,
when
he
say
still
that.
gets the kill.
God.
I think he didn't mean to put that smoke right there.
No, he missed it a little bit.
Oh, you just want him to get all the kills, don't you? And he does, of course.
Jesus.
Why not?
Well,
Oh,
what
he's
is
just
this-
such a
what
smart
is this
player, isn't he?
picture?
They all have Harry Potter or something. That's
Is that Harry Potter?
Harry
Is it?
Gold Zera.
I think so.
Kinda looks like it.
Replay brought to you by Monster Energy here. We only got to see one kill there, but still exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
Just throw in random.
So what are we thinking here in
Right,
terms of
bird.
torque, right?
Right now it's
What-
adjective.
It's hard to tell because this was SK's pick, and you can tell Torque doesn't really have everything set on this map.
I mean,
right
they have
now.
the executes, right? But I feel like leading into the executes, they haven't really done much.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what I felt when I saw the early plays. Like if they're lucky, they'll probably get 5.
Oh, this
here.
is something that they probably got from SK, by the way. Smoking danger in far side mid, lurking people behind it. I guarantee they have a little bit of anti-work right now, based on this alone.
Well, all the boys are here. The grenades are out, but the CTs are charging in just as they look away from the door position. Fur is dead. Well, that's an important kill. But Brax doesn't really know where the other CTs are.
Elka's fallen, still alive.
They might have all the info now, or do they? Cold is down, Fallen is up.
Fallen's still so good at just running around zoomed in.
Yeah. He's really fun to talk about in that situation because he's one of the main AWPers who just walks around scoped all the time, but it allows you to talk about the importance of, like, let's say Palace on Mirage as a T. He'll scope in from the beginning of Palace,
Yeah.
whereas a lot of casual
just-
players will just go to the edge of Palace and then scope in. And if someone's in Shadow, then they know that now there's a sniper in Palace, right? So it's a good a good teaching example when we're commentating.
Yeah, he's very smart because you don't make any sound, right? So like, but I wonder if his zoom sense must be kind of high.
Yeah, his ratio could be higher.
Right.
That'd be interesting to know. Does anybody know that? Also tweet at Beyond the Summit.
I think mine is 0.79. My zoom sensitivity ratio. I think Guardians
He's
is.
such a customizer.
I know, but I think Guardians is I think his is lower as well.
This is pretty sick. So right now, Torque is actually playing off that prior round. They smoked danger in far side mid. Last time they did that
Keep
egg
it
like
to
off
there.
of it, and this time they're leaving like one guy here to lurk. Hopefully they can pull a rotate, which they don't, but they do keep 2 people dedicated deep into the A site.
And ideally, right before Torqued goes, Brax can do a slight prod but not overextend, and it might work out. But At this point, if he just stays quiet, he might get a good.
Nice.
Ouch.
This could work out. I think Fallen's peeking mid. Back up now.
1 minute mark. Still
This
not.
is just way too slow for me. Like,
Yeah, they missed their timing.
Now Brax hopefully gets a kill, and he doesn't. And now.
Oh, the bait set up.
Now the trade is just
There's
so
the trade.
overwhelming. Just not gonna be good.
this is just way too slow.
Yeah,
like,
so they gave that same early look,
yeah.
but they let it sit for too long that SK knew that they
You
couldn't
pretty much have
possibly
as
do
long
the
as
prior
the
round.
smokes.
Yeah.
But even
they
taking
go
drop
away.
control there took way too long. Like, you even smoked it off and even all, but you didn't do
Yeah.
anything with it, hoping that I guess SK would peak.
Well, you know what I would actually maybe even like there, considering what SK's done on plat, is the where you set the two guys up outside of the plat with the flashes, one over, one off the wall, and you
Yeah.
just explode towards the end of what the smokes fading in mid would look like.
Yeah.
And then Brax probably has an easier time getting one there, but maybe the B plat explode and you just connect your door smoke and rock smoke and just fly out flat. Knowing that there's only 3 there, I don't know.
For just doing first things.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. Stop this right now.
You love to see it. So likely 3 rounds into the second half. Pistol obviously is much needed for Talks. And SK look very comfortable indeed on Cobblestone.
Yeah, I think Sean's right here. I mean, what can you really expect, right? SK's pick coming into Cobblestone. Were you really expecting Torque to like put up any numbers here? You know,
No, but some
maybe
of
on
the
Cash
rounds, yeah.
or Inferno rather. Their pick.
I think they looked really competitive this game, though. Honestly,
They had some rounds that they could have definitely won.
Yeah, the economy spiraled out of control on them. Like,
I mean,
once-
I mean, it all falls back to like, do you chase Fallen again, right?
Yeah.
Losing all 4 weapons.
That's true.
And even if you do you then end up double saving? Do you now force the round after?
Yeah, especially it came down to 1v1.
Because Torque, if you look at it, right, like sure, it's been somewhat competitive, but Torque also hasn't had a lot of after plan, like
Yeah.
a lot of bomb plans.
4 left, 30 seconds. I think did Fallen spot second player.
I think he heard him, but
Yeah.
throw.
I'm curious now. I want to know what his zoom sensitivity ratio is.
I'm sure the internet knows, James.
I'm sure,
The
yeah.
internet can definitely hook you up with that.
It's funny. All my config is on my Wikipedia page. I didn't put it on there. Someone else did.
So you always, if you have a computer, you always know where to download your config.
Yeah. I have it. I have a paste bin in my stream chat. So if I'm traveling and I lose my USB, I can get my config for them show matches.
Fall in. You know what's interesting about this half to me, like Sean just pointed out, is like it's crazy the difference at a couple things. One, economic control and like decision making, and then 2, timing. Like if Torque improves on those 2 things, like they look so much better and so much more capable so fast that it just underlines even more the importance of the subtlety of timing in CSGO and understanding and the rotations. And Sean's been talking a lot about it on his recent YouTube videos. You guys can watch those and get a good understanding, because a lot of times, even at a high level like this, what teams are lacking is that cohesiveness with reacting to timing. In that case, Torqued on T side, they're doing some quick play, but it's cool because
Maybe
it's
it
also
drops
it also can give you hope.
What do you think he's doing with that CZ? Drop?
Drop.
Drop window?
Drop window. No.
Oh.
Josh
Well,
Jones
it might be a
They're
read on
playing
what
super
he's
heavy towards A.
Yeah, so maybe it was
Oh
a read, but they've gone the
God.
wrong way. I think you're always going drop with the CZ unless you know that they're going to do something in particular.
Well, the double A hauls would have been nice if the rest of their team didn't die. Very unfortunate. Brax might be in a position to get a couple here, but
For just 2 Glock to the USP.
Yeah, on
connector.
Kusta.
Yeah, like-
it's like,
What
okay,
can
well
you do
then.
about that?
Yeah, no. I'm sure Kusta was like, yeah, I have mid, don't worry about it. It's like, well, I'm dead.
setup was pretty good there for Torque. They just
Yeah, it was
at-
so good.
They just couldn't, like, normally you would think that connector guy would jiggle, take a couple shots.
No,
and
yeah,
would
and he just,
stagger.
I mean, Kusta just strafes as well. I don't think he shot a single time.
One
He just
bullet
shot-
he
maybe,
got
yeah.
wrecked.
And then the vent guy dies there. You just have no one slowing down the rush there. The A-Halls guys, the only chance they can do damage is if you're staggering the T's coming up mid, then they can get an angle when they cross into the site. 13-3 here, and looks like I'm gonna be grabbing some cereal faster than I thought, boys.
That is the full eco.
I mean, I did say 16-1, 16-2, so I was a little bit off there, Jordan.
Yeah, you need to really focus up here.
Dead had me convinced, man. That Torque is taking maps off of them in practice.
Hey, listen, we haven't seen
No,
Inferno
but-
yet, all right? You know?
But that doesn't necessarily, that claim necessarily isn't false either, because you know when the pressure's on, the subtlety of those differences, like you mentioned, the timing, the economic control, how that can snowball. And then on a map like Cobble and Cache especially is where those kind of effects get even more accentuated.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying before the game. If they find themselves down like 6-2, 5-1,
aren't controlling economy.
Dude, a young team like Torque, it's just hard.
This could be almost as hard as climbing to the top of that tower in Cobble. I was gonna try to say it's a big hill to climb, but then I was like, let's think. It's just the rapper and me, Robin.
I like it.
We got more product placement here on the couch.
It's a shame. I don't think we're gonna see SK play a lot of T rounds here, but
No?
like for example, compared to Torque's T side, I'm sure like we were talking about the timing and stuff. That this is something SK does just great.
Yeah, it could have been a great contrast to see.
Yeah.
But you guys have a chance to hold tournament in the next maps to still see. They tend to put on a clinic on most T sides. And of course now they got Bolts back, who was gone for the major. And you know, even though they had Phelps at the major, one of the biggest things is that timing, is the communication. And sometimes the communication subtleties and the differences maybe between how Bolts and Phelps talk could actually go a long way. We talked about how small some of these details snowballed for Torqued, let alone how they can affect just your overall team environment when you play with a new player or something. So
It's interesting that people say, like, CS is a confidence game, right? But I think
competing is.
I think I think one thing that's overlooked though in that conversation is like when a team does a fake and they're too slow to act on their own fakes when they're pulling players away. It's almost like you want to make doubly sure, but in doing that you kind of wait too long, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that typically happens when like all the players aren't in sync with their goals on a given strat. It's hard because you need, you know, someone who's doing the fake to understand the timing and someone on the other side of the fake to understand the timing.
Yeah, you got to believe, man. You got to believe.
And
I
you have
also
to be,
feel
like,
like
in
double
sync with
fakes
it.
you normally don't necessarily like. I feel like a double fake is more of a just on the fly call as well.
No, just a normal fake. Just like I see, like in like mid-tier CS,
Yeah, teams struggle with that.
people, you know, they'll sell the fake, but then on the other side, there's a lot of walking going on afterwards. They're not really like taking the map control.
So you're talking about the window of timing.
Yeah.
Recognize,
Like
yeah.
with the timing we saw earlier on,
Yes.
in that kind of vein.
You're right on that. Yeah.
That's why I like preach so much about rotations, is because when you watch teams like FaZe, SK, Astralis, they never miss those timings because every player understands the rotations on the map to a T, like just perfectly.
And that's also brings up another conversation too, which is like why tonation can be like important in comms, so that like you don't cause somebody to break their fundamental timing. Like they'll be like, okay, I know they faked this last round, but then you got your player at maybe the B bomb saying, oh my gosh, I gotta go, and there was just one guy, and they were a little scared that they were gonna die.
It's B. Oh, sorry, man. There was a flashback.
There's a bug on my screen. Yeah, so I mean that might be more of a basic point compared to the level of maybe someone like SK, but for those of you out there trying to
Well, they're all in.
clean up the corners. Little
Yeah,
roadblock.
Tor double save. Losing pistol, complete double save.
Brax waiting for the flash to look over the smoke, but there's no flash coming.
I thought when Brax subbed in for you guys, he was really good at opping the A-side cobble. That was one thing I was like really impressed with when I watched him.
What just happened there? Kusa just threw his orb and collected it again.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see where that kill was.
So some AWPers like Oscar, for example, and Mousesports, they'll stand on that boulder to look over the smoke and try and fight back. I'm way too scared to do that. I thought I was going to have a look himself. Someone boosted up.
Yeah,
Still
the
boosted
shadow
on the wall.
ledge, we
Yeah.
call it.
Normally Fallen actually clears that angle from that boost.
Oh, hello. We're in business.
It's a really good round by Torque.
Yeah, Kusa get an entry B. B plat.
But they've got to keep changing their setup talks. SK getting a lot of information from this round, if not kills.
Hey, Braxy.
But this is exactly what they needed to do, though. It's a shame they started T side first, but like I'm expecting Brax and Kusta here like every single round now, just aggressive, trying to get an entry.
Well, at this point, that's all I could do, huh?
Nice
Shot.
Kusta's swift, man. It just sucks.
Kusta's really good.
He always seems to get a bad rap from his forgetting to plant the bomb things that he's had, and
Yeah, I actually think Kusta's insanely good.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Kusta now.
I've always been a big fan of Kusta.
I think there was some overrating before, which wasn't like anything to do with him. Like there was that clip on Inferno, right, ages ago, where he's doing crazy stuff.
yeah,
but,
before he joined.
but they were running at him like, you know, I feel like it wasn't the most impressive thing necessarily, but I think he's definitely grown and matured into like who he wants to be now, as opposed to before. Where I think it was just a bit early in his career. See, that's the flash that we were missing in the first half to take the Opera away.
Yeah, that's really dangerous to do that peak just exactly how he did for that exact reason. Because when you play good teams, that guy in that corner will tell his teammate to flash over that wall and then tandem peek and kill that guy at the ball.
Yeah, and the only way you stay alive is if you hug that box, but he tried to fall back, which was not.
Oh, that's big.
That is big.
Uh-oh, he's making too much noise. I don't know if he spotted something. Oh, hello. Hello. And there it is. Now it's just down to the chicken. I actually have a Rooster keycap on my keyboard in the hotel.
I'm not even surprised.
How many
I knew it
keyboards
was
do you
coming
own,
as well.
James? How many keyboards do you own?
Too many, man.
It has to
Too
be
many.
20.
But right now I have more key sets than I have bloody keyboards. So I just got my Raindrop key set, which is kind of like a mix of Cloud9 and Tempo Storm. Like imagery. It's really awesome. So you'll see it on the weekend.
Poyo here. Name is Chicken.
We
Trying
had
to eat
Poyo
some-
Loco
Trying
last
to
night.
pluck these players out the server. Oh, fuck.
It's a shame we missed that. Damn. Ooh.
Wow.
There it is.
Well, what can you say about that?
GG.
A swift
That was
cobblestone.
Clinical.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, I don't
standard.
think they actually played too bad. I think
don't
that there's a few rounds on their T side, even CT there, like where I think they should have bought. I
Yeah.
think that they saved way too many times trying to get as much economy as possible. Or in reality, just helping out SK here in this situation.
No, I literally don't think they played bad at all. Like that's the thing. I thought they showed a lot of cool looks. They missed a couple timings, like you said, and their economy was a little bit off. And when you play a team like SK, things just spiral out of control.
There's a booty pillow on one of those chairs.
I do see
That looks kind of cool because sometimes they get like, you know, lard ass sitting on a gaming chair for a while.
Lard
I'm interested.
Is that a term?
Lard ass.
Lard ass it is, yeah. Lard ass.